Hey, pack leaders, this is an update. It's 4 in the morning. I happen to be awake, so I figured I'd do this video quick. This is a follow-up video to the last video when it was dumping, I believe, like 4 times, and then somehow I got out of positions. I'm not sure why, but anyways, we were looking at XRP, and we were down quite a bit, like down here, right? So, you know, based on the patterns, like one right here, there's 1, 2, 3, and there was a 4th, right? So I used about 3 or 4 of these guys is what to expect, and that's the whole point of low leverage. I got stuck way out here because I was debugging stuff and whatever, right? It happens. So, and plus, or you know, anything can happen. You'd be sleeping, you're with kids, you weren't watching it, whatever, right? And with low leverage, you're able to kind of handle all these swings and not have to deal with it so much. And the whole point of when you're stuck is to move what's left over to a coin that's free. So I have ETH right now that I'm trading on. That's free. Okay, I'm trying to get back in position. And then after I was like, hey, maybe I could unstuck XRP, but I was like, that's the whole point of moving stuck money out of XRP to ETH so that you can accumulate more while it's coming back up. Okay, because you're not making anything trying to throw more money after bad, because if you throw more here, yeah, it might bring the profit line down, but it could probably take forever just to, you know, get back into profit, so you start accumulating more. And who knows, it might come back down. Who knows, this might hang down here for a little while. Okay, but all the while, if you're not completely out, you're basically stuck, right? But all the while, since this one's free, you could totally be accumulating funds because it's unstuck, right? So it's best not to chase after it. Just wait for it to come back out and use what you have. If you have extra resources, to throw it at an unstuck coin so that you can then come back in and start accumulating more and more and more until the other recovers on its own. And if this ever gets stuck, you don't want to ever be in a stuck position, because you're not making anything when you're stuck. You're better off going after another coin, moving it to my next one will be BTC if ETH gets stuck, so that you start accumulating there until everything unstucks itself. And then once they are all unstuck, then you basically consolidate back into one coin and start repeat the process. So these are guides on how you can kind of escape, and I think that's probably better. I initially was like, hey, maybe I trade all 4 coins, but if they're all 4 coins are stuck at the same time, you're basically stuck. So you're better off just trading one coin. And I mean, I guess you could kind of like monitor them all by with a small account and whatever, and see which one's doing well, because you're actually in the game on a small account. So you see which one's doing better. You kind of allocate your resources to one that's doing the best, right? Yeah. I agree. That does help when you're tracking it, or you just look at it. But yeah, you know, it's not as conscious about. You're not as conscious about it when you're not in the game. Okay. So I agree with that. So if you want to set up a separate account, that's totally fine too. And to trade all of them with a smaller amount and see which one's doing best and throw it at that one, and then on your bigger account. But basically, it's just not to chase after this guy. Don't put any more into this until it recovers on its own, because you're better off accumulating more and winning more with an unstuck account. Okay, hopefully that helps. And yeah, same with that pain tolerance. You know, don't with low leverage. I've done it before when I've taken a loss manually when you totally could have handled it. And so I'm not making that mistake again, knowing that I can handle up to here. And it's gonna have to go way more, but I've already seen 4 dips already, and I don't have to worry about that, right? And I mean, I agree, this could totally slam back down with the bigger one, and you might as well just give that up while you're accumulating on ETH on the other side, okay? And you know, and if it does hit this 3x, then that's a sign, an indicator that maybe the market's reversing. And if it's not and keeps going up, you know, it'll unstuck you. It'll probably hit higher highs, okay, and then unstuck this. So, but the point is that you never lose this, okay? You don't play the game to lose. You play it to win. because if you take this out, that's gonna be, it's difficult to try to, rebuild and whatever. Okay, so 3x is the way, okay, or lower, and just don't get liquidated. Okay, you never want to get liquidated, of course, and you never want to be in this position, of course, because when it creates a all-time high, you definitely want to take a day off so that you can wait for this dunk and then start getting in around here, and then it starts accumulating here and starts dunking a little bit. You're able to get out because you're DCA in. Okay, but usually the DCA should be able to handle some of these dumps. I think I had it on the smaller account. It actually handled it, but this is an option I'm testing to switch sides. Okay, so I was able to kind of like hang to the bottom, hang to the top, and then finally switched, but then it went against it. So I wouldn't use this strategy right now, but I have a small account, so I don't care. But it's good to know and test, and then I can improve on this by adding maybe a trend, auto trend adjust, to adjust the sides accordingly. Because it's a dumb automation. It just kind of it just switches when it builds up too much, and you can do that by allowing it to. So, all right, cool. Well, thanks for watching, and yeah, you gotta have a high pain tolerance, which builds over time experience, because eventually, if you start accumulating more and you add 2 more zeros, I mean, is that gonna be painful enough to force you out? And if it does, then it's no different than getting scared right here, right? But you're gonna build that pain tolerance over time as you build more and more. Like, I've been through this. It went also this. Now it's just an extra 0. Now it's just 2 zeros now on top of what I have. And if you get scared, you won't be able to grow past that. Okay. All right. Thanks for watching. Talk to you.